Each way ripcord, these 3-year-olds have been taking the pinnacles all before them so far this series. At least they've been holding their own at weight for age, is probably a better way to describe it. He finished third behind Overpass and Oscar's Fortune. There's no Oscar's Fortune, there's no Overpass. I think Ripcord here, with an extra kilo off his back comparative to all those that he met in the Winterbottom Stakes, is racing like he wants 1400 and he gets it here. 16 for me, from 7 in Comfort Me. He maps a treat, but he hasn't won a race for almost 3 years. Number 2 in Valor Road, if he could find the breeze, it's game on, because he's proven weight for age 1400 material. And I'll include Ayrton. I thought that his runs were just as good as Munamek in the last two. 16, 7, 2, 10.
I'm 16, 4, 2, 1. I'm with the 3-year-old Ripcord as well. I think Munamek's the danger. I'll throw in Valor Road off the freshen, and Dom to Shoot is just flying at the moment. Ayrton is the other one. 16, 4, 2, 1.
Lockie, Fairy Tale?
No, not for me. 7, Comfort Me at an each way quote. He hasn't won in a long time, but he'll be right there.
Michael Heaton.
Really good off the 7-day turnaround. If he can blend 3 deep with cover, back to 1400, I think he can win.
Bustler from Michael Heaton. So it all comes down to this. This is ride number 20,329. Earlier today, he notched up win number 3,187 and 3,188. The magic number would be 3,189, and it will be deafening. Munamek is 650 into 5, got back out to 7, and then back into 650, and now back out to 7. He's 5.10 on the tote and 2.30. The 3-year-old's been kept very safe. Ripcord, 5.50 out to $6. Comfort Me, big go all week. Comfort Me's a $7 chance now. Valor Road, 9.50 into 7.50 in the last half hour or so. Valor Road. But Munamek has been very solidly backed, and they started backing Munamek as soon as they found out Oliver was in form. Riding the last 2 days, said, well, we're all on. We're jumping on board. It's not too late.
It's going to be amazing scenes if this happens. It'll be an unforgettable moment that people will be talking about for 100 years to come.
He's still mingling around at the back of the gates. A career that has seen a record number of Group 1 wins. 129, and they were all Group 1s. And he goes for the final time. And this is it. This is what Ascot has been waiting for, what Australia has been waiting for since the day he announced his retirement. Let's get up to Darren McCauley for the Damien Oliver Gold Rush.
Baby Paris, they're nearly set and ready to go. It's come to this. They're set for a start. The red light is on. The rush for gold is underway. Sava 2XL won the start. Comfort Me, Red Can Man away nicely. Oliver's going to go right back towards the tail end of the field, though, with Munamek at the early stages. Massimo went forward. Over on the inside, Nucky had Baby Paris prominent. Also right there, Carly's Karma. They're not going overly quickly. Ayrton found itself deep on the outside of the 3-year-old Ripcord. Then deeper on the course as well is Hot Z forced to cover additional ground. It's a muddlingly run race. On the rails, Laver Rod, Resort Man, Dom to Shoot now, Bellarmé inside of those, followed further back by, at the head of the others, Munamek, who's third from last, back there with Bustler. Last of all is Valor Road. Sava 2XL getting it very cheaply at the 600, led them more than a length the margin. Red Can Man, Ayrton has covered extra ground. Baby Paris beautifully placed on the fence, about to go. Over on the outside then, around them making ground is Comfort Me, working into it well, followed by Carly's Karma, Massimo, and Ripcord about to let rip as they'd set sail for the judge, and Munamek is trying to weave his way through the field. Red Can Man took Sava 2XL, Ayrton under pressure, Comfort Me, Oliver's getting through with Munamek, Ripcord's coming down the outside, Comfort Me, Ripcord, it's Ripcord, and now Munamek has got there, Oliver's got the run. The racing gods have spoken. It's gold, gold, gold at Ascot. Ollie goes out a winner in the Gold Rush. Second and third, Ripcord, Comfort Me, Bustler, Red Can Man, Labour Rod, Dom to Shoot, Valor Road, followed further back by Bellarmé. They were followed by Resort Man, Sava to Excel and Ayrton. Next home, Hot Zed, Massimo, Baby Paris, and Carly's Karma.
Well, do you believe in miracles? Damien Oliver's done it. In his last ride, he's produced a miracle. Trained by Nick Ryan, Ascot got what it wanted. The most remarkable end to a day's racing Australia has ever seen. Oliver riding the winners of races 7, 8 and 9. But most importantly, the last, the Damien Oliver Gold Rush. The fairy tale has come true. And we are going to hear the most amazing crowd support when he comes back through these gates, which I hope they rename the Damien Oliver gates. Because if every winner could produce something like that, it'd be special. Well, Ronnie and Scott, try and take me through how he got through.
Oh, you could see him travelling in the run, he had a peek of it, and then he drove him through, and you knew he was going to be in the finish. He has saved the best till last. That was one of the greatest rides you'll ever see. From that draw.
That was incredible. And you watch Clint Johnston-Porter here. He thinks he's almost won this race in Ripcord's colours. As he hits the line, he goes up in the saddle and he realises, I've just been nabbed by the greatest of all time in Damien Oliver. And from now on, for the rest of eternity, you get to ask people, where were you the day that Damien Oliver rode the last 3 at Ascot and won the race named in his honour in his final ever race ride? It's only a matter of time until this race is officially made at Group 1 status because it has a Group 1 field, but for now we just add that to another feature race that Damien Oliver puts on his ever-growing CV.
Now, let's quickly go to Nick Ryan and then we're going to welcome Ollie back. He's on his way back, so here's Nick.
I'm catching up with winning trainer Nick Ryan now. Nick, can you believe it? He weaved his magic and you've won the Damien Oliver Gold Rush. How good's that?
Oh, mate, I'm speechless. What a ballsy ride. He's just the greatest. Could you have scripted it? I don't think so.
What were you thinking in the run? He was back second last within the first furlong of the race, and from there he just had to ride for luck. The luck came, the gaps came. He's just a magician.
Oh, mate, I was having flashbacks to Derby Day when he was held up, and mate, they talk about racing gods. He is a god.
You're a relatively young trainer. Can you believe you've won this race? In Damien Oliver's final race, it's not a Group 1, but it's an almighty big race.
Oh, mate, it feels like one, and I'll never forget it.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Ollie. He's about to come back through the top gate here in the mounting yard as he gets closer and closer to this crowd. Here is the greatest of all time, Damien Oliver. December 16, a day that people here in Perth will never forget, those lucky enough to be here on this famous racecourse. And to everyone watching on screens around the country and perhaps around the world, Damien Oliver's delivered. And here he is with Corey Brown.
Ollie, the curtain has finally fallen on the GOAT's racing career. How do you feel, mate?
Oh, dreams do come true, don't they, eh? That was unbelievable.
Ollie, I stand here and say thank you for all the memories. Australia applauds you. You are an absolute GOAT of racing. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate. Hey, hey, can I just thank the Perth crowd? You've been amazing. There's no place like home.
Congratulations, Ollie.
So we'll go in and weigh in, and Scotty Embry will have hopefully a longer interview with Damien as he starts to take it all in, if he possibly can. Wife Trish is here to celebrate, and his kids as well. And Nick Ryan is the man who's given him this famous farewell. Munamek will go down as Ollie's final winner. The first was Mr. Goodbud back in 1988 at Bunbury. And it finishes the day here at Ascot in his hometown. The Byford boy comes back home and gives Perth what they wanted. And for the final time, Damien Oliver is going to go across the scales. And the Chief Steward will declare correct weight. His final post-race interview coming up with Scotty Embry. And this caps off the career.
Thank you, Greg. He's just getting an embrace from SJ Miller here. I cannot tell you how many people have been in tears for the last 5 minutes as Ollie's come back. We'll let him have a drink and gather his thoughts, Ollie. The day was always going to come, but this is the final post-race interview of a glorious, glorious career. Munamek, from where you were at the top of the home straight, you must have thought, I'm going to need something special.
Well, I couldn't think of a better way to finish it. You're right, it was death or glory at the top of the straight, but I knew this horse, I had a bit of confidence in this horse. He can take the gaps when they come, and Nick Ryan did a great job with him. I just had to point him in the right direction. When the gaps came, he worked his way through them well, and it was a great win, but an unbelievable feeling, and I couldn't think of a better way to finish it off.
You and your family know firsthand just how cruel racing can be and how cruel the racing gods can be. Ray, Jason, but they can be on your side too. The last 3 winners at your farewell.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yep.
Everyone's got around you all week, all month. It's probably the longest farewell we'll ever see in racing. How does it feel that it's finally over?
A bit of relief, I suppose. Yeah, attention is not really my area, but I understand it's been overwhelming. But you know, the crowd here at Ascot today, you know, what a wonderful reception. It's just, you know, I think it's the biggest crowd I've seen here, and you know, just the applause and the roar I got for those last 3 winners, I'll never forget it.
How long is it going to take the body to realise that you're not in the game anymore? The structure's gone from life.
Probably tomorrow when I'm nursing a hangover.
And what about for the kids, for your 2 daughters that were able to walk out with you? That was a very special moment too, being able to have that guard of honour.
Yeah, great to have my family here and the jockeys, and I got to thank the WA Turf Club. They've just made it really as smooth as it could be. They've really got behind, you know, my farewell tour, and it's just been wonderful.
Byford boy that won his first race at Bunbury returns to the West and wins the Damien Oliver Gold Rush. That big screen that you can see up there, that's the 1900 bar that's being renamed the Damien Oliver stand. There's just everything that this month has had, everything, the build-up, and we're finally here. Are we any chance of one last champagne shower?
Why not?
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
So, from Mr. Goodbud to Munamek, the career ends at ride number 20,329 and win number 3,189. Lockie's with the family.
I sure am, Trish, the wife of the man of the moment, Damien Oliver. How special was that?
Extraordinary scenes.